Before I get into this video, here are a couple things I thought you might find interesting and funny. Danger can come from anywhere when you're a security agent for the First Lady of the United States, even from baby elephants. Melania Trump, who's visiting Africa on her first extended international solo trip since her husband assumed office, was suddenly shoved back by one calf while visiting an elephant and rhino orphanage in a Nairobi National Park. They say Secret Service agents are trained for any scenario and to be ready for anything, but I highly doubt there was a class for this. And now for some cheap entertainment from the partisan corners of the internet.
We got him. It's like you said.
And tell him to suit up. I'm bringing the party to you.
I don't see how that's a party.
Bye! Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
So if you don't like me working with President Trump to make the world a better place, I don't give a shit.
Hold on!
I gotta admit, there's some people out there who are pretty talented when it comes to putting content like this together. In other news, not that you need a reminder, but not all violence is immoral. The initiation of non-consensual violence on peaceful people who haven't done anything wrong is an immoral action, and I think we all know this. But when two people voluntarily agree to mutually consensual terms of violence, it's called an organized fight. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that. Last night, though, the violence spilled over from the cage and into areas around the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas as tensions flared among MMA fans following Khabib's victory over McGregor at UFC 229. Khabib and members of his team are facing sanctions over their role in a mass melee after the Russian retained his lightweight title with a fourth-round submission of McGregor. But the violence appeared to spread far beyond the side of the octagon as rival fans were seen viciously trading blows in the areas around the arena. Footage posted on social media showed fight-goers brawling, with one man draped in an Irish flag being knocked to the ground. One disturbing clip also appeared to show a man being knocked unconscious. It came amid an uneasy atmosphere among the 20,000 fans at the T-Mobile Arena as tensions spilled from the octagon following Nurmagomedov's dominant victory over Irish challenger McGregor, who was returning to the MMA after a near 2-year break. After submitting McGregor, Nurmagomedov turned his attention to the Irishman's team outside the cage, who apparently had been taunting him. The fighter launched an assault on McGregor team member Dylan Danis, while two of the Russians' team appeared to attack McGregor inside the cage. UFC chief Dana White later condemned the scenes, saying the Nevada state authorities would likely act and that Nurmagomedov could be stripped of the belt. It was also reported that 3 members of the Russians' team had been arrested, but were later released after McGregor refused to press charges. Here's how Nurmagomedov responded to the melee that he helped spark.
Khabib, congratulations on your victory tonight, but as I'm sure you're aware, the story is really about what happened after the fight, unfortunately. Can you tell us in your words, what caused you to jump over the cage and to go after Conor's team?
Now listen carefully to his justification for the assault.
What's up, guys? How are you? First of all, I want to say sorry to Athletic Commission, Nevada, sorry to Vegas. I know this is not my best side. This is not my best side. I'm human being.
Okay, so he just apologized for his actions and said that it was not his best side. But then he says this.
And Like, I don't understand how people can talk about I jump on the cage, you know. What about he talk about my religion, he talk about my country, he talk about my father.
He talked about my country, my religion, and my father. It's all just talk. This is one of those sticks and stones things. McGregor is known for spouting ignorant crap. This is all part of his shtick. How about because you already kicked McGregor's ass in a legitimate, voluntary, and respectable way already? You already took care of business. You made your point in spades.
He come to Brooklyn and he broke bus. He almost killed couple people. What about this? What about this? Why people talk about I jump over the cage? Why people still talk about this? Like, I don't understand.
Still talking about this? The event just happened. It's not like we're talking about this years later.
I am respect. My father teach me, hey, you have to be always respectful. My old team, where I'm training California 7 years, everybody know who I am. All my friends, like everybody who know me, they know who I am, you know. And I told you guys, these guys, not only him, his whole team and him, they tap machines. You know, I told you guys, when you put him wrong way, he gonna tap. You know, what happened today? Like, they call him 2-time world champion, like 2 weight classes, but today he tap. And that's why, alhamdulillah, belt is here, undisputed, undefeated UFC lightweight champion.
Yeah, that's exactly why what you did after the fight was over was way out of line. You already had your vengeance on the one who called your father names, who mocked your religion, and talked about your country. You already decimated McGregor.
And I want to say something like, you know, like people little bit, it's not people, I think it's media. Media a little bit change MMA. This is respect sport, you know. This is not trash talking sport. This is respect. So like I told you before, guys, I want to change this game. I don't want people talk shit about like opponents, talk shit about his father, like religion. You cannot talk about religion. You cannot talk about nation. You know, guys, you cannot talk about this stuff.
Sure you can. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Here, Khabib reveals himself for the authoritarian he is, dictating what people can and can't say prior to a fight. He wants to control what people do and say outside the ring instead of just settling scores inside the ring. This is the problem with statism or authoritarianism. It seeks to artificially control what other people do and say. And people who submit to this mindset want to enact authoritarian standards by force through regulation and edicts. Let people say what they want. Then, when you're in the ring, take care of them the way you want, if you can. I personally don't like trash talk myself, but if somebody wants to say something about my family or my country, let them say it. It only serves to reveal their ignorance, disrespect, and stupidity.
This is respect sport, you know. This is not trash talking sport. This is respect. So like I told you before, guys, I want to change this game.
So you can't trash talk before the fight, but you can instigate riots after the fight. If Khabib really viewed this as such a respect sport, he wouldn't have done something so disrespectful when the fight was over. After this, he stood up, talked about a couple more things like taking a picture with Putin and Putin calling him to congratulate him on the win. He didn't take any more questions and the interview was over. The moral of this story is that freedom is dangerous. In freedom, people are going to say and do things you don't like. But to stop them from saying and doing things you don't like means that you need to be ready for the acts of censorship to fall on you when you do and say things others don't like. If you guys get something out of these videos, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, give it a like, and share it with everybody you know. I'll see you guys in the next video.
My heart is black towards this man, towards his team, towards his people. I could truly see the inside of that man's head and smile. I don't give a fuck about him or his people. I am ruthless here. I am coming to put a hole in this man's skull, dint my knuckle into his orbital bone, and that's what I'm gonna do. I plan on knocking that man's nose straight into the nosebleeds. That's what's gonna happen on Saturday night.
Guys, I don't know how much longer my channel will be around here on YouTube. Please take a minute and sign up to my email list. It's free, painless, and you'll get some cool stuff. Also, take another minute to subscribe to my decentralized, censorship-free BitChute and Steemit channels. All these links are in the description. I want you to know this. If my channel goes down, I'll still produce content for you guys through my website and through BitChute and Steemit. So make sure you stay connected through the email subscription link in the description below. Just watch the 45-second video on my website and you'll be all set. If you want to support my work on this channel, grab a shirt, snag a flashlight, or hit me up on Patreon and PayPal. I'll see you guys in the next video. Before you go, check out one of the most in-your-face, hard-hitting, conversation-starting shirt stores on the planet. Just by wearing one of these t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, or cutoffs, and without saying a word, you can let people know that black rifles matter. You can inform the sleeping masses that fluoride is dumbing them down, that Google is a gulag-style censorship machine, that the Department of Homeland Security is merely security theater, that the NSA makes your private life their business, that the Grim Reaper supports everyone's troops, that we need to legalize freedom, that in life there are no excuses, that CNN is a communist news network, voting is the suggestion box of slaves, that 9/11 was a lie, and that all official stories should be questioned. Also, let people know we're in the middle of a full-blown sheep-volution, taxation is theft, the IRS is an immoral robbery service, cops enjoy protecting and serving the crap out of you, that the space you occupy is not a gun-free zone, and that gun-free zones are the most dangerous places on earth. Your purchase helps support more hard-hitting content on my censored channel. As of the recording of this video, I have over 90 designs. I take your requests for new designs, and I'm adding new ones every week, so check back often. The link to the store is in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.